In this section, we will be talking about what print and electronic resources we have available for you. In the library, we have many print and electronic resources available. Some of these items are housed physically here in the library, while others are actually digital and can be found online. Here in the library, we have resources for you that include print books and computers or Chromebooks. If you're looking for resources to use for a project, you are more than likely going to be looking in one of two places. The first place may be here in the nonfiction section. Here in the nonfiction section of the library, you will find that the books are separated into sections. These sections are classified by numbers located on the spine, and this is called the call number. The call number helps you to find books either by looking them up on our online cataloging system, Destiny, or by perusing them on your own. These sections are broken down as follows. The 000s, computer science, information, and general works. 100s, philosophy and psychology. The 200s, religion. The 300s, social sciences. 400s, language. 500s, science. 600, technology. 700s, arts and recreation. 800, literature. And 900, history and geography. So how does this work? Well, there's hundreds are then broken down into tens to help subdivide these major categories. So let's take the 500s, for example. The 500 category is labeled as the science category, but in this category, under 510, you will find subjects on mathematics. Under 550, you will find books based on earth sciences and geology. And in the 590 subcategory, you will find books on animals or zoology. So if you're searching for a book on cells for a class, you would look in the 500 category, but with the subcategory of 570, because that's biology. You can either use these books in the library, or you can check them out at the circulation desk. The other area of the library you may look at for books to use in your paper or project is the reference section. This section of the library is where you will find our encyclopedias, almanacs, dictionaries, and more. These books you're not able to check out, so if you would like to use these items, we encourage you to utilize one of our many desks that we have available and do some research here in the library. If you are unable to come to the library for any reason, we do have a large assortment of online resources for you, and you can find these at our DUSD Library Services website, and this link can be found on your school site's homepage. Once you enter the website, visit the Student Resources tab where you can find all of your resources. And you can either click there by coming here to Student Resources or to the left-hand menu here. Once you get to this point, you can scroll down to the bottom and you can find the resources are labeled K through 6, 7, 8, and 9 through 12. In this case, we'll go ahead and look at our 7, 8 resources. As you scroll down the list of resources, you can access all of them by clicking directly on the logo. And if for any reason you have any issues accessing these, please come to the library the next day and we can help you. If you are accessing these resources on a school campus, you do not need a login for most of the sites. However, if you are trying to use these resources at home, the login information will be located down here at the bottom and underneath each logo. Available to you, we have BrainPop, Discovery Education, Tumblebook Cloud, Research in Context, Biography in Context, Science in Context, Student Resources in Context, Opposing Viewpoints in Context, ProQuest Culturegrams, eLibrary, ProQuest Central, SIRS Discoverer, SIRS Issues Researcher, Researcher Companion, eBook Central, and Britannica School, and TeachingBooks.net. So I know that was a lot, so let's take a look at a few of these. Databases are great because all the content is vetted content, which means that it is a source you can trust. Discovery Education has a lot of content for you. It's not just stuff to read either. You can find photos and videos as well. The nice thing about using a database like Discovery Education is that you can find citations here. These may not be 100% accurate, but at least you can have it written down and look it over later. You can also add much of this content to your Google Drive so you can sort through it later. Tumblebook Cloud is a great way for you to get some more reading in. This is where you can get ebooks from, and there's a lot to offer, from fiction and nonfiction to graphic novels. You may find something that you really enjoy and it's right at your fingertips. All of our Gale products are similar in many ways. First, you can send content to your Google Drive, just like Discovery Education. And second, you can also find citations, just like Discovery Education. But with your Gale resources, you can find content that's more specific. We have Researcher in Context that has videos, newspapers, magazines, primary sources, and so much more. Topics you can search for include cultures, government, people, US and world history, and more. Biography in Context has engaging content that is specific to biographies from some of the world's most influential people. Science in Context has great content for all areas of science, and you can find academic journals, which are primary sources. Student Resources in Context is a great cross-curricular database to help you do research for your assignments. And Opposing Viewpoints is a wonderful database to help you gain views from both sides of an argument. Our ProQuest databases are very similar as well. You can save to your Google Drive and find citations. In Culturegrams, you can find relevant and accurate information about countries around the world. From countries to US states to provinces, you can find concise information about all of these areas. There is general information like populations or national anthems, all the way to history timelines. eLibrary helps to simplify the research process by helping to find information easier that supports your research claims. ProQuest Central Student is a place for you to find information about your content areas like science, technology, education, social sciences, humanities, and more. SIRS Discoverer offers different resources for your assignments like articles, images, and even reliable websites. SIRS Issues Researcher helps you to find research on some hot topics in our news and society today. This content is updated daily and brings you the newest information about topics that you care about. Researcher Central can then help you add all this together for a paper. It helps you to build your paper so you can focus on the content and not always just how to build it. This is a hands-on tool, and it also helps with editing. And lastly, for ProQuest, we have our eBook Central, and this has access to online books that have to deal with the content areas that you're studying now. Moving on, we have Britannica School, which is an online encyclopedia. This can help you find reliable material that is here from experts, scholars, educators, and instructional designers, and so many more. This resource is also offered in Spanish as well. And lastly, we have teachingbooks.net. This website may not have books online that you can read, but it does have information about the books you're reading in class. And also, on a fun note, you can use this to maybe find a book that you may want to read in the future. Though this is a long list and may seem very overwhelming, all you need to do is remember that all these resources are available to you in print and electronic formats. And the best way to learn where to start is by asking for help. Either myself, Mrs. Turner, or someone from the library staff are here to help you with all of your research and database needs. Do not hesitate to come in and ask us for some help.